What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572. Return chance. Today's June 23rd, 2023. We're gonna hop on and do a quick market watch. So, Battles of Legend Monstrous Revenge officially releases today everywhere. It released on Wednesday at OTS stores, but today's the official release day. So, I want to take a look at some of these prices and see how they have fallen, because we did expect some of these to fall. Looks like IP Masquerade's still holding around the $300 price point for the core century. Sky Striker Mobilize engage around like 250, 270. Divine Arsenal Zeus for the quarter century, it looks like it's listing for like 185 ish, 190 ish. And then Lebellion, it was going for like 250 last time I checked it, but now it has dropped down to like under $200, so that's not too bad now. I feel like this is going to keep dropping in price. Supposedly these quarter century rares are like 3 or 4 per case, so they're not as hard to get as like the Starlights. We have Assault Synchron. This one was sitting at like 250 pre-sale price. Now it's dropping down below 140. Then we have Lady Labyrinth dropping down like under 140 as well. We have the Armed Neos. This one is dropping under $100. It has a market price of like 150, but it's dropped under $100. And let's see what else we got. Sorry, my internet's kind of slow sometimes. Even though I'm connected to like, why is it not doing it? All right, let's go back to it then right here. Even though I'm like hardwired to it, I'm not really sure why it's like it does that sometimes, or maybe it's just TCGPlayer. They don't want me to do market watches. Dark Arm Dragon looks like it's around like 80-ish dollars. Welcome Labyrinth looks like it's 95, $100. This one's actually pretty interesting because this is actually not too bad at $100. I could see this dropping down a little bit more, and then players are gonna start picking it up to match like the Starlight or maybe this one right here. So yeah, I could see that happening. Foxy Tune dropping to $90. Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, Dragon Dark Magician, the Knight of Dragon Magic at $110. I feel like this one's gonna drop down even further, and then later on, as the set gets older, it's gonna go back up. But I could see this dropping down to like $70-ish dollars. We have Rite of Armiseer. This one I actually was tempted to buy at like $100, but now I'm even more tempted to buy because it's sitting around 87, 80, 89, $90. So like under $90 for this Rite of Armiseer. Let me know how you guys feel about that one. Do you guys think this is gonna I think this one looks better than the collector rare, definitely. So I definitely think it's worth picking this one up more than the collector rare. But let me know how low you think this one might go. Dante at 90, Madochi like at 60, 70, Teller Knight I don't know how to pronounce that, but it looks like this one's at like 55-ish. Yeah, 55-ish. 33 listings on the market for that one. Heart Earth Dragon like 70-ish dollars. Volcanic Shell. This one is at around like 61, like under $65 for this one. We have Water Enchantress. We have a couple rarities for Water Enchantress. I guess technically this one's the highest rarity. If you want to have quarter century rares be more rarer than collector rares, because this one has an OT collector rare, quarter century rare, and ultra rare printing, and then the secret rare printing. So I'm not really sure which one you guys think is the highest rarity. Let me know down below which one you guys considering the higher rarity. But $60 for this one isn't too bad. We were paying like $60 for like ultra rares when these first came out. So $60 for this quarter century rare isn't too bad. Nessie around like 50. Tri-Age Master, I think it's being slept on. I feel like it has potential later on. The effect I like that it has is that it lets you draw one if you use a level 2 tuner. Well, a level 2 and a level 4, it lets you draw a card. So I think it has potential. It'll probably drop down to like the 30s maybe. If it drops down to 30s, I might pick some up. These are the quarter century ones. I already picked up some regular secret rares because I think they're cheap. They're like under $1. Xtox Hydra 31, and then that's gonna be it for the quarter century rares. Then we have the first secret rare right here, which is going up in price and getting bought out, I guess. 13 listings on the market only, and these are now listing at, well, that's $18.99 right there with shipping. So it was pre-selling for like 10-ish dollars. Now it's $18.99, $19, 20.95, 20.99, heading up to like 22.50. I heard this one is short printed, so I could see why it's going up. and it's the new Sky Striker card. Everything else in the deck is like pretty cheap. So if Sky Strikers need to have like a card that's gonna be expensive, and I guess Azalea is gonna be it. Let me know if you guys picked up Azaleas. Sometimes playing the pre-sale game works out. I did pick up some Azaleas at like $10, but sometimes they don't work out. It looks like Rite of Armisia is getting bought out too. This one's at 6 listings, and we have listings at, these were pre-selling at like, they were pre-selling between like $10 and $15. I saw a couple listings yesterday around like $8 to $10, but now they're the listings are bought out. 15.99, 15.99, 19.90, 19.95, and 24.99 on the first page. Well, on the only page it has. Then we move on to the second page of these. What do we have on the second page? Duality. I already bought some dualities. I ordered some on pre-sale for like $14 each, and then I also bought some from Metal Bro J on Instagram. If you guys aren't following him, go follow him. He has some great content, great market watches. So if you guys aren't following him, go follow him now. But yeah, dualities I definitely would pick up. I think it has potential to go up later on in the future, and I think a lot of decks like light and dark decks are pretty popular in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I definitely think this will be one of those staples that they will run in the future. Right now they're at $10, which I think is really good because they're cheaper than what I picked them up at. So if you don't have your playset of these right now, I would definitely pick them up before they go up even further. I could be wrong though, but most of the time I'm right. Assault Synchro has dropped down. This was pre-selling for like $20 to $40, depending on where you bought it from for your pre-sales. But now it looks like they have dropped down to like $10.95, $10.98, $10.97, $11.02, $11.47, going up to $12. So yeah, I think this is a good pickup. When Duelist Nexus comes out, I think this will see more play because we have some synchro stuff coming in there. So definitely pick those up at like $10ish if you can. Once again, we have another affordable Zeus secret rare. So this one's around like $10ish right now. It was pre-selling like around 15 to 20. I did expect it to drop down like to like $10, but I actually expected this to drop down even further to like $5 to $6. I still feel it's gonna keep dropping down since there is other copies like the ultra rare and the other secret rare available. So I mean, it's a good pickup if you don't have one. It's only $10, but if you want to like profit on it, I would recommend waiting for it to drop down a bit. Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge looks like it's only $6. It kind of makes sense because it has a lot of printings available. This is the only alternative art, but some people just want to play the card, and there's like the original secret rares. There's the ultra rares available that from, was it Magnificent Mavens or Amazing? I forgot what was the reprint set that came out, but we just had a ultra rare reprint come out for Mobilizing Gauge. But it looks like these are at $6.97, $6.99, $7.52, $7.90, $7.91, $7.92. So under $8, and they were pre-selling around like $15 to $20 if I'm not mistaken. So if you do want to cop some of these just to play the alternative art version, $6 isn't too bad. But some people don't really care and are just playing like the more budget-friendly versions of like Engage. Foxy Tune around like $3 to $5. I think this is a good pickup as well because this card was around like $30 at its highest, $40 I think. So it's like around $3 to $5 right now. If you do want to play the Punk Engine or have been waiting for the Punk Engine to be affordable, now's your chance to pick those up. Welcome Labyrinth for Labyrinth players. I know this is gonna be one of the popular decks that's gonna be played this format. This one is at $3, under $5, $4 right there with shipping. So yeah, definitely pick this up if you do want to play the deck. It's really affordable. It was sitting around like $20 for the ultra rare before the reprint. Water Enchantress of the Temple, $3. This was pretty cheap for the ultra rare before, but now we have an even cheaper affordable version. IP Masquerena, $3. Super Poly at $2. Arm Needles at like $3ish. Dark Magician, $2. And it looks like everything else seems to be pretty cheap. So I'm not really going to talk too much about like too many of the other cards. I'm just going to talk about the cards I'm picking up. So the cards I'm going to be picking up, since they're pretty cheap and I feel like they have potential to go up. Shadow's Light, this one I feel could be used in like chaos builds. It lets you special summon from the deck, so that's why I picked it up. It's not a quick play like Duality, but it does let you special summon from the deck or extra deck. So I think this one will have potential. And it's only $1.50. Another card I went and picked up is Tri-Edge Master, because like I said, it lets you draw a card if you use a level 4 and a level 2 to synchro summon it. So I think it's just one of those cards that's just going to be like Starter's Charge Warrior, or like, what is it, Koro Dragon, that lets you draw a card. So I think that one has potential to go up later on. And what else did I pick up? Golden Rule, because it gives more playability for Crystal Beast decks. They're only 75 cents, but I definitely think this will give them a boost. I know Conclave Control was popular at one point, and I feel like this card's going to give them more playability later on if people do want to try to test that deck out. And what else did I pick up? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it for like my pickups. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below how you guys feel about this set. What did you guys pull? Did you guys open any? I just ended up buying the singles because my locals didn't have any available the day I went. So I would just discourage from buying a box after that. So I just went ahead and bought the singles. But let me know if you guys pulled any not collector rare, quarter century rares. What did you want to pull from the set? What were you most excited for? And then we'll check back on this set on Monday to see what more prices have settled down to. I think Branded is going to be one of those decks that takes advantage of duality, because they could just tribute the Dust Dragon to go into Dark Dragoon and get a negate out. So I think this card might be a good pickup right now, because it might go up later on in the future. 84 listings on the market for the ultra rare version from 2010s. This is the original version, right? Yeah, this is the original version. And right now we have them at like $17, $17.39 with shipping. 1781, 1760, so they're around like $17. And then we have the Prismatic Seeker rare. This one is sitting around 1621 shipping, 1650, 1688, and 1698. So this one already had like a price increase before. I guess we call it a buyout before, and it was sitting at like $25. Then it cooled down, but I think it's gonna go back up once more branded players start using it in their builds to cheat it out with duality. But let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Sky Striker Mobilized Linkage was sitting around like $3-ish, then it got hyped up and got bought out and was going up to like the price point of like $7. Right now it has cooled down, but I feel like since the new Sky Striker Azalea monster came out and the new alternative art Sky Striker card came out as well, people might be leaning towards playing this deck. So if you guys haven't got your copies, I would definitely recommend picking these up. They're only around $5-ish, which is like a $2 increase from what its lowest price was, so it's not too bad. You could play 3 of these if you want, 2 of these. I think it's like a OTK enabler, so you just adjust your build and figure out how many you want to play, but it's only $5. But I feel like it has potential to go up to like that $10 price point later on, because it does help you extend a little bit, and like I said, go for OTKs. I'm not sure how to pronounce this card, but I'm gonna try my best. It's Padicil Coverture, I think. This Starlight rare card was sitting at like $56, but it had a price increase due to the fact that it got support. It got combined with like the Novellis archetype that just came out in Amazing Defenders, and they're getting a new card in Age of Overlord that lets you cheat this out, and basically it gives like Novellis and Padicil some synergy. 25 listings on the market, and we have listings starting at $70.99, $74.95, $74.99, $77.94, and going up to like $80 on the first page. But I feel like this one might come down to like the $60 price point, but it's not going to go back down to like the $50 price point as it was, because it will have some playability later on when Age of Overlord comes out. So I can see this dropping, but then it's going to go back up. I'm not really sure how good it's going to be, but if you guys have your thoughts on this, let me know down in the comments below. I've mentioned Doggerin, the Mad Flame Kaiju, the secret rare from the Speed Duel set before, but I'm mentioning it today again because I've seen Minkonko tech it. I think it's because it's like the highest attack Kaiju there is. I think there's like one more with 3300 attack, but for some reason I've seen builds like tech this one. 24 listings on the market, and we have listings at like $5 still. We have Gamer's Choice right here with 1,378 copies, so a big wall. But I definitely think this card has potential to go up, not only because Minkonko is using it, but Dinosaurs could also search it pretty easily. I also started teching like 2 copies instead of just 1 in my Dino build, so maybe other Dino players might do the same thing. We have some more Dino cards coming out later on, and like in an anniversary set. Well, the OCG got in their anniversary set, so I'm assuming we might get it in our anniversary set later on in November, hopefully. So I think this card has potential to go up. But let me know how you guys feel about Doggerand the Mad Flame Kaiju. I'm probably a little bit late on this one, but it looks like Dark Arm the Dragon of Annihilation. It's still holding on to like its $9 price point. We do have an ultra rare from the junk magazines, but I wanted to focus on the secret rare because this one was sitting around like $1, $2 when it came out. Let's take a look at the graph. Yo, it's sitting around like $1 or $2, but it increased in price because Cashier started tagging it as a like going second option to pop cards. Right now we have copies at 1145, 1149, 1149, 1150, 1175, and going up to 1198 on the first page. So if you guys have some of these in bulk because they were like $1 or $2, I would definitely recommend getting rid of them right now since they're kind of high in price. Sometimes branded can get the branded fusion to go off because it gets negated by Ash, and there's sometimes just left with like a Nuluber. So I've been seeing people talk about taking Herald of Arclight in their branded builds because it's a duality target. You basically tribute the Luber and go into Herald of Arclight, which provides you a negate and kind of like a floodgate type effect because it says any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. So it's a really good tech. I think that's gonna be looked at and maybe tested out. So if you guys want to pick up your copies of these, they look like they're around like $3 to $5, still kind of cheap. But if I were you guys, I would probably go after like the ultra one since it's technically the highest rarity available. Super rare, premium, gold rare. Yeah, some people are not gonna go for the gold rare. But yeah, technically is the highest rarity available right now. Still under like $5-ish, $5-6 with shipping. But I could definitely see this starting to go up if branded does decide to main this in their builds. Borolo Furious Dragon is another duality target I've seen people talk about. Basically, they're thinking about tributing Lubellion because it's a light dragon and going into Borolo Furious Dragon because this one's a dark dragon. And what this one does, it basically gives you a pop. It says quick effect, you could target one monster you control and one card your opponent controls and destroy them. It has another effect, but I don't think branded is going to use it because they don't really link summon. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one dark link monster in your graveyard and spell summon it, but you cannot activate its effects this turn. So that's kind of useless for them. But I'm just focused on the popping effect because it gives them like some sort of like interruption. 91 listings on the market right now, and you can still get your copies for under $1.50. If you buy multiples, you could get this for like $1.50, $2.50s with shipping, so not too bad. But let me know how you guys feel about Borolo Furious Dragon, or if you guys have any other text for duality targets as well, let me know down below. And last card on today's market watch is going to be Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord. This is a ultra rare from Dimension Force. I think it's getting reprinted this year, but I still wanted to mention it just because people are looking at it as a duality target for Eldritch. It says during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one zombie monster in your graveyard except Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord, special summon it. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one zombie monster you control, special summon this card. Well, you won't be able to do that because you're summoning it off duality, and technically that's not summoning it properly, so you're only gonna get the first effect. But yeah, Eldritch is a light zombie. This one's is a dark zombie, so you could use duality to tribute Eldritch and bring this out. It looks like it's starting to get like a slight increase right here, but they're still pretty cheap. 123 listings on the market. We have listings at $285, $299, $303, $3.40, $345 with shipping, and $346. So like between $3 and $4. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord. Do you think it's gonna be popular in Eldritch decks because they might use duality, or am I just hyping this up for no reason? But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's market watch. And make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Return a Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.